Welcome back to the channel.
Today we are heading home.
And we're going back to Atlanta from LA, and we're starting at Knott's Berry Farm.
Oh yeah.
Come get lost with us. Heading out our hotel room. This is our sitch for the day. We got a late flight tonight instead of an early flight, so that's a first for us in a while.
Yep. Red eye.
Red eye. Well, we're gonna head to the parking garage, get to the car, and we got some errands to run. Hopefully we get to have some fun today too. Driving around California today, just a gorgeous day. Figure I'd give a little peek at the weather. You can tell too from our previous videos when we drove through here probably a couple months ago, not as green. Now it's really green. Really green. Especially pre-fire. It wasn't very green at all.
Springtime is in the air.
Yeah, spring is in the air. And apparently this week is the spring break for everybody in this area.
Yeah.
So kind of glad we're not going to be here. We made it into the park. It's a little crazy today because it's a Sunday. But we're going to go start exploring for some boysenberry stuff so we can try it.
Boysenberry Day.
Boysenberry Day. Last time we were here for Boysenberry Festival was actually Boysenberry Day, which was just bad on our part of planning. We were just unlucky.
Yeah, it was actually our first time in the park.
Yeah? Check out the little goats hanging out. Poor guy in the back corner's all alone. It's okay, big guy. It's okay. There's another sheep. It's so cute.
Get me out of here.
He's so cute. They've reduced the price for Godzilla, $16.50. The only thing is there's some cracks going down the middle. I don't know, is that unusual? That's really cool.
Yeah.
The alien predator, or Godzilla. Oh, and then they have Mr. Sasquatch chilling on the bench over there. Macy got the boysenberry meatball sandwich. That's going to be interesting. And then we also got the chicken wings to try. How was waiting in line?
It wasn't bad. The people in front of me didn't realize they had to purchase the food at the register. They purchased the tasting part at the register, but I guess the person at the register didn't tell them that they also had to buy the food there.
Kind of what happened to us last time.
Yeah, so they got all the way up to the food, and then they were like, no, you have to pay for it at the register. And they were like, oh.
Gotta love it. Well, we're gonna give them a try in a sec. Checking out some of the little details. There's a Mother Murphy's Magical Mixer of Boysenberry Elixir. This is kind of cute too. The Ghost Town Job Board. Good pick and shovel, man. Top pay $3. So wages haven't changed very much. Shaky Steady Spoons. That's cool.
I'm the center of gravity.
2 burros, 1 milk goat, and 3 hens. That's cute. I like little signs. Calico Country. We found him. I don't know how I can see him. He's kind of... That is the oldest animatronic, according to some of the literature here. He is the oldest animatronic. And he is just snoring. Last few people we've seen, actually, he's just snoring. But we found him. We found him.
We've been to Knott's Berry 3 times, and we've yet to come by and say hi.
Yeah. We always walk past. I see he's right across from the... They're right across from the blacksmith. Yeah, that's cool. There he is. Just sleeping.
We'll come check later.
Then there's also an outhouse you can tug on. Here's what the bass holder area looks like. And then they have TVs too, with different things on. Somehow got Food Network. Macy likes the Loungefly boysenberry Knott's.
It's got like the little pocket up here in the front.
Yeah.
It's really small, but
Yeah, it's cute. And they also have pie shoes, so in case you ever wanted to walk inside of a pie. And a little mascot for the festival too.
oh, a boysenberry necklace.
That's cute. Heading out of Knott's, getting ready to go to the airport and grab our plane. And then it's an all-night ride. Here we go. We just finished up at Knott's Berry Farm. A couple legit tips for you. If you have a Six Flags annual pass with the unlimited parks, all the parks, you can come here.
Yep.
And it's only like $4.50, $4.90 a year. Yep. Not too bad.
And you get premier parking.
So I was gonna say too, don't forget that another legit tip is you can park in the premier parking. So definitely park there because it's a lot shorter of a walk than it is for the regular parking.
So you get premier parking at Knott's Berry, but you also get premier parking at Six Flags too. So any of the other
Cedar Rapids,
Cedar Point parks, essentially.
Carowinds.
Yeah, Carowinds was on one of the cups that we were drinking out of. So we're actually kind of excited. We are going to try to fit Carowinds into our schedule at some point this year. Not sure when it's going to happen, but I haven't been back to Carowinds since I was like a kid,
So it was awesome. Knott's was a fun day. We added the drink pass, which was only $50 for a year, and we got like 4 drinks today, so that's already $25.
Yep.
Well, we got 5 drinks today, so that's about $25-$30 already. And if we go back again, we'll just use it again, and we'll have our $50 paid off quickly. I have to say, the benefits of Six Flags, really good.
Yep. And the other thing, legit tip, is they do have Prestige Club house that you can go to in Knott's. There's supposed to be one in Six Flags too, but I haven't found it yet. So when we do go back to Six Flags and we look for it, I'll make sure to update that post. But we did find the Knott's Berry one today.
And take down the show notes for the video there. You can see we go in there and we have a nice little chill experience. But now we're heading to LAX. We got to drop the car off first. We got to get gas. This time we're going to get gas a little earlier. Last time with the Audi, it updates the gas meter really slowly. So by the time we got there, it didn't actually update. So we'll get gas a little bit further out this time, make sure that the gas is full, and then head to the car rental place. Going past our favorite, Randy's Donuts.
One of these days we'll stop at that one.
Yeah, one of these days we'll stop there. We're going to the airport. Normally we do this a lot darker out. It's very bright out today. And we are a few hours early for our flight. Made it on the bus. Dropped off the car. Everything's all good. Now we got to go to the Delta terminal.
At the end of the line, you're going to pick up your car rental.
That's the new car rental.
Now, if you happen to come back sometime this year, if you get on Avis and budget, they is already over at the new car rental. The rest of us coming over in January 2026. You will no longer get customer service from here. You will no longer get help with the surfboard, skateboard, dog, cat, heavy bag, big bag, blue bag, orange bag, pink bag, silver bag, gold bag, brown bag, gilt bag, my bag. Any bag in January 2026 is coming alive. Give them high five. I want to make sure my passengers will not be surprised. 2026, we got the World Cup in LA. 2027, we got the Super Bowl in LA. 2028, we got the Olympics in LA. All 3 is coming your way. Okay, special announcement. 1, 2, or 3 y'all. If you happen to receive an email, please answer the survey questions. How many questions are there? 2. What is the answer? One of the answers there. The other answer is you. How easy is that to do for for April 2025? Okay, let me get a roll call. Number 1, raise your hand. I got Terminal 2, raise your hand. I got Terminal B, raise your hand. I got Terminal 6, raise your hand. I got Terminal 7, raise your hand. I got McDonald's, Burger King, raise your hand. I got your KFC, Red Lobster, raise your hand. I got your In-N-Out, and Wendy Burger, raise your hand. I got your Roscoe's and Waffles, raise your hand. I'm gonna get you to the terminal. Anybody else hungry? Raise your hand. We want to thank you for your service and your business today. We also want to thank you for letting us be part of your family as you part of our. Continue to be safe as you move back to your destination. We got 5 minutes or less to LAX. Number 1, anybody got any questions? Number 2, anybody got the answer to that question? I said sit back, relax, and let you know. I'ma get you there, I told you so. How you know is where you're at. Welcome to LAX because I got your back. I'ma drop you off to let you know. I'ma get you there, I told you so. How you know is where you're at. Welcome to LAX because that's the fact. All you know is all again. I'ma drop you all off and then think again.
Made it past security. It's a pretty clear day today. All these nice Delta planes. One of them is going to take us back to Georgia. I don't think our plane's here yet, though, and honestly, but it's a pretty view. Macy got selected to get screened, so I don't know if her bag got selected too. We'll find out. Made it to our lounge. We're gonna hang out here we got like 4 hours. We'll figure out what we're gonna do. Just hang out and chill. And Macy made it past too, so she got in here as well. Yay! Go Macy! Here is the Delta Sky Lounge. Again, in case you haven't been watching us or haven't seen it before, it's really nice. It was remodeled apparently late last year. And it's one of the nicer lounges that we've been to. We just kind of hang out by the door, but they have tables, they have private rooms, they have the balcony area. It's probably a little warm today because it is in the high 80s. But if you want to watch the planes, it's awesome to watch the planes out there. And so that's kind of what it looks like. Let us know in the comments, have you ever been in any of the Delta lounges? Which ones are your favorites, especially airport-wise? We're just kind of interested what you found. I hear international, they're really amazing. But we haven't gotten international. Macy got a mimosa and a cranberry vodka. Mimosa for me, cranberry vodka for her. She's gonna have to tell you about her TSA experience in a minute. Yeah, welcome from the lab. Say Macy is checking out the bar. Let's see what she came back with. Macy's gonna
to silly songs with Larry. Where Larry comes out and sings a silly song. Anyways, I'm gonna tell you my little TSA story. So essentially,
she set up that shot, y'all. That was not me. The whole looking like a man on a couch getting ready to read you the book is like a Christmas carol. All right.
so essentially, I went through the metal detector like I do all the time, but it went off. So they made me go through the body scanner. So obviously I had my CGM and my Omnipod on my arm, and so they were like, okay, you just need to like touch it and we'll swab your hands. And so I touched it and they swabbed my hands, and then that dinged. So then they made me take my shoes off, and I put my shoes back through the scanner, which if I touched this and it dinged for this, why would it be my shoes? You got me. So nonetheless, I popped them off, she threw them to the scanner, and then they had to talk to their supervisor, and then the supervisor was like, no, she just needs a pat down, and if the pat down's good, then she can go. And so the lady spent like 2 minutes explaining to me what the pat down was, and it's like, I get it, just do it. Like, I don't care, just get it over with. And she's like, but I have to go into your boobs, and I'm like, that's fine, I don't care. I'm not gonna argue with you. Like, you can tell that they're prepared for people to argue with them, but I'm just here. Like, me arguing with you isn't going to change the process. And so then she proceeded, it took like about 5 minutes for her to do me from head to toe, and I had to like straddle my legs a certain way, both front and back. I had to straddle my legs a certain way.
So you went through the body scanner though, and the body scanner doesn't say there's anything there, but yet now you're doing a pat down. Like, what's the point of the body scanner at that point?
And so then after the pat down, she swabbed her hands and put that through the machine, and that obviously didn't go off with anything, and she said I was free to go.
Yeah, we think it's because she didn't wash her hands after we got gas at the gas station. So TSA, PSA, legit tip. Wash your hands if you get gas right before you come to the airport.
Wash your hands, kids. Wash your hands. Which, not that we were dirty or anything, but we were going to go to the bathroom and clean up once we got to the lounge after we got through security, but...
Yeah, you always rush because TSA is like the biggest obstacle, you know, and the biggest stressor. So for me, once you're past TSA, everything else is pretty much a breeze. So you kind of want to get that part over with, but don't rush, kids. Don't rush. Legit tip.
We did it. Although my book bag didn't get flagged.
Yeah, which is good.
It always gets flagged. So I don't know. There's nothing different in this book bag from any other time that I fly.
Oh yeah, it's the same book bag that I had in Atlanta. In Atlanta, mine got flagged, so it doesn't.
Mine got flagged too in Atlanta.
Yeah, it sure did.
And then she went through and asked if I had any weapons, and I was like, no. So.
I have the weapon of love.
Well, the guy in front of me had a full tube of toothpaste, and
I know.
he lost that.
I mean, gingivitis is winning the battle of the airplanes, y'all.
So, cheers. Thank you for joining me on Silly Songs with Larry. Stay tuned next week, where Larry will come back and sing a silly song.
So we've been waiting to hear some updates. The plane that's before us got delayed going to Atlanta.
And looking at the radar, there does seem to be a pretty big storm cell going across the southeast right now. So far our plane is not delayed. It's not delayed, but I am seeing posts from people in Atlanta who within the last hour have been stuck in the Atlanta airport, so not really sure if we're gonna face any issues because we still don't leave for another hour and a half.
And that's a 5-hour flight, so.
And it won't get into Atlanta until 5 in the morning, so not sure if these storms are supposed to clear out of the area by 5 a.m., but essentially, this is what we're looking at.
Hopefully we get out.
So, stick around, and if at all, probably at the very least we might have a bit of a bumpy flight, which hopefully isn't the case, because I don't care for turbulence, but let's see what happens.
A little bit of an update. The lights have dimmed at the Sky Lounge. You can see it's getting a little darker. It's about... Our flight's supposed to leave at 9:55. It's currently 8:20, so we've got still a little bit of time. But they do start boarding at 9:15, so we're just kind of packing stuff up and getting ready to head down to the terminal. Heading out Sunset Boulevard. You've actually seen that sign. Yeah, heading out of the lounge. Good experience here. It's definitely chiller than sitting out by the terminals. Made it to the terminal. Just hanging out here. Our plane should arrive in about 12 minutes. And then we wait for them to clean it. And then board.
No upgrades this one.
Yeah, at least I got a window this time though.
Yeah, because we're not in Mexico.
It's good to go, and once we get the green light, that's when we'll go ahead and start the boarding process.
So the plane's here,
Keep
but
you
it's
updated
blocked
if they
out
do
from
post
getting to the
a
actual
delayed time or anything like that
terminal.
On this departure time. Again, folks, my name is Richard.
So we don't know when it's going to get here,
Podium,
but hopefully
I'll be more
soon.
than happy to assist.
They made it here. They're deplaning. Soon behind us. Not too much longer. The ink was too faded on my ticket, so they had to print me out a new one. But we're going down the jet bridge. Yeah, the ink was really faded.
That's the second time that's happened.
That is the second time. I keep getting these.
That happens to me. But
Just keep getting these like out of ink printers. All right, heading on the plane. Fit check for you. Got a little bit of space.
are you in here?
Pretty much on me. And there's the ACs. And no window again.
Even more in than it was.
Oh, it is, yeah. Because this is actually on me. Yeah. Fun. You can see I've actually got less space. This is further over.
Doesn't tell you. I almost sit in the back.
Got this cool safety video again. Check out our show notes, it has the whole video in it, but it's kind of neat. It actually goes through all the errors and like flight outfits and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Larger electronic devices must be placed in a bag. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be secured. Keep the aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas clear.
I really want them to start serving milkshakes. This is what it's looking like on the plane. It is an extremely warm plane and very uncomfortable seats. Feels like there's like no padding. This plane definitely needs a refurb for sure. But we got about 54 minutes left. Finally can see Atlanta on the map. Almost there, y'all. Almost there.
Ran off remainder of flights, please bring your seats.
Almost there, y'all.
Passenger gate facing A's and Alpha.
Almost there.
The Alpha 19. Once again, thank you very much for those two Delta Airlines. It's time to flights as we switch Campero.
We got a different path to the airport. We're making like a V. And also, we're hitting some turbulence. Hopefully that doesn't persist. But it's supposed to start raining in Atlanta in like 13 minutes too. So it's just kind of all coming together. Hopefully we'll beat the rain. Hitting a little bit of turbulence. little dark still, so it's kind of hard to see, but we bounce them. Come on. See how they see they've kind of turned it less of a V, and now they've turned in some more. It's a weird landing pattern. Made it to the airport. It's 5:30, and we're gonna head to baggage claim. It's not too bad. I expected to be busier with all the canceled flights and stuff yesterday. If you plan to do the off-site parking, this is what it looks like when it rains. It's just leaking here. We've got maybe about 5 foot, and then it's just water. And to get over here, you have to go through the water. Not really well planned out, and it's all the way down, just under the dome. Macy no happy. She had to call again because apparently between midnight and 7 a.m. you have to call pre-flight even though the other ones are still running. That's Wally World. Hopefully they'll be here soon. Made it back to the car and there is a thick layer of pollen on it. Oof. Yes, now she's gonna make it difficult for her to see while she drives. Oh, look at that. It is thick, y'all. Thick. Oh gosh, and you can touch it and it's thick. Ugh. Alright, time to get the air on. And we'll talk about what the plane ride felt when we got done. 2 hours and 24 minutes to get home, so we got a little bit of a drive. But let's talk a little bit about that plane flight. First off, the stewardess people only came by one time, gave one drink, one thing of snacks. Then in the back pocket was 2 snacks that were just squished in the bottom, so they're clearly not cleaning the plane. But that doesn't even speak to like the seat. My seat was worn out within like the first hour. It was just uncomfortable. My back started killing me. The air cut out.
He also had to sit like this because the way that the seat was, it was kind of pushing into his zone. So he had to sit kind of twisted as it is. And I've sat in those seats before in the window seat as a smaller person, and I was miserable.
Yeah, that didn't bother me as much as the very warm. The air wasn't working.
There was no AC.
And my back was just killing me. It's already feeling better. And we've literally just, that was only like 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, maybe an hour now. But like, that was it. Like I already feel better. So it was clearly like the seat. Honestly, if that plane definitely needed a refurb.
Also, the turbulence towards the end of the flight, as I know we showed you that we went down. So basically, we went down, we went back up, and then we went out again, and then we circled back.
Yeah, it was an interesting experience.
And the plane kept going woof, woof. It was a little unsettling because you kind of feel like you're on like a little bit of a drop ride.
Yeah, but the pilots did a great job.
Yeah.
Got us there. I was honestly surprised. The bands were rolling in. It just started raining like
heavily in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, like 10 minutes before we got there. And then when we were waiting for the buses, well, if you do those buses, you might want to think twice, especially on a rainy day. There's no cover, and it just started downpouring. Everything was getting wet.
If there were other people there, they'd be screwed.
Yeah.
We'd be screwed.
So not cool.
Mm-hmm.
That was not cool. But we made it to the car. Our 2-hour journey home starts soon. I'll show you when the sun rises because it'll look pretty good. And we're going to stop at a gas station and grab some sodas, and Macy needs to use the bathroom. So, you know, the fun stuff.
About an hour.
But we'll get there. Made it out of the Atlanta area. Macy's listening to her sleep token on the way out. But it's rainy. The sun's up, I guess.
Sort of.
Yeah, hopefully it'll get a little bit brighter today. This is what we're dealing with. Not too bad right now. It's kind of light on the rain.
Trying to find a gas station.
Yeah, we're trying to find a gas station. We're going to go to the one we normally go to, but it's on the other side. And with traffic heading towards Atlanta right now, it's a pain to get it out of. So we're going to go to a different one. Well, we're just cruising. We've got about an hour and a half left. That's how high our river is. Look at that flow, man. That's a lot of water. We've gone past a couple places. We went past an RV park. That was basically a lake. It's definitely flooded up here. Not too bad on the road though.
No.
Pretty clear on the roads. Just the sides.
Listen to GPS.
Yeah, GPS was trying to take us to the mountain path because there was flood warnings over here. Oh, there's some pigs up ahead. Well, that concludes our trip back to the Georgia mountains.
Yeah, it was actually not a bad day leading up to our flight, but the flight itself was absolutely miserable.
I think that was one of our worst flights we've had in probably a couple years now. The flight was just warm. It was actually getting humid towards the end.
It was disgusting.
It was like being just in a cylinder without air on, and it was not comfortable. And the seats started getting uncomfortable about an hour in. But the Boysenberry Festival, super fun. Check out that video in the show notes.
I absolutely have loved the food this year at the Boysenberry Festival. Top notch, 10 out of 10. I don't know that we're going to get another trip, a third trip to the Boysenberry Festival, but if we can, we're going to try. But honestly, if you get the chance to go, I highly recommend it, even if you just go for the food and you don't ride any rides.
So as she let on, there's a second trip to the Boysenberry Festival. We'll be putting that out in about a week, so definitely subscribe to the channel if you want to see that trip as well. But it was an okay trip. Now we're back home. We're going to rest and relax because we actually leave in about 9 days to go back to LA. So as you know, there'll be some more videos coming about that soon too.
So if you like this kind of content, make sure you give it a thumbs up.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button.
And ring that notification bell so you get notified when we do at least 3 videos a week.
And we'll come and get you all for the next one.
Ain't that the truth, Baby Ruth?
Bye, everybody.
Bye. We just wanted to take a moment to thank you guys for watching this video. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, would you please consider hitting that subscribe button, as it helps us reach a wider audience and helps our channel grow even further. To those of you who are already subscribed to the channel, we just wanted to say a huge thank you for always being there and supporting our channel. We cannot wait to take you guys on our next adventure, so we'll see you guys in the next one.